JuaniWilliams, back again with another episode of So Yeah About That. Hopefully, if you guys have been tuning in, you've been enjoying your time. If you're new here, welcome. Nice to see you. Hey. And if you are a returner, as always, thank you for coming back and tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing. Honestly, if I could see all of the people who liked it, I literally would every time give y'all like everything. Like, Happy New Year. Hopefully everybody has had an amazing New Year. I know me, I was actually in AC with a group of people and it wound up being really fun. Of course, we all got tested prior and it was really cool to kind of get together and just be with people, around people you love, around people. I didn't even really know everybody, but it was cool to see everybody kind of mesh together, and it was an honest vibe, honestly. Shout outs to anybody who enjoyed their New Year's. Hopefully everybody did. Did you text your ex? Did he reply? Okay, all in all, honestly, it's all okay. It's all stepping stones. We're getting somewhere, all right? All right, great. Okay, before we even get into it, for real, like for real, like, comment, subscribe. Don't comment. Didn't say anything yet. Gotta stop doing that. But subscribe. I'm gonna give you a second. All right, now let's get into it. So yeah, about that. This week's Black-owned business is Shop Like Yesterday, okay? And let me just tell y'all, I bought these sunglasses from this boutique that be so freaking cute. I am such a sunglass junkie. Like, if y'all know me, I have so many pairs of sunglasses. I'm not leaving the house without a pair of sunglasses. If I had to worry about what was in my bag, we got hoops, lip gloss, sunglasses, wallet, everything else that's normal. But I don't leave the house without sunglasses and lip gloss. Those are like the essentials, baby. But this boutique is actually one of my friend's boutique, and she literally makes a whole bunch of themed clothes. I'm gonna put that description down low, and as always, I'm about to show y'all the website. So as y'all can see, she has a series of so many different events. It's woman run and Black owned. Definitely go get that. They have a lot of unisex clothing. They got berets. They got a whole bunch of retro, cool, dope stuff that honestly is good for your buck. So definitely look into that, get into that. So yeah, about that, honey. This week's Black artist is TOOWHO. He is somebody who's from Freeport, Long Island. I can honestly say one of the dopest characters I know. Really good lyricist, amazing music. You can find his music on Apple Music if you're looking for lyrics. A lot of people say he sounds like Jay-Z, but that is TOOWHO. He is an upcoming artist who's doing his thing, grinding and constantly, continuously trying to change, I guess, people's perspectives and different things with his metaphorical innuendos, which is really nice, dope flow. Go and look into that. I will let his page be underneath, and definitely look for it, because I feel like in the period that we're in terms of growing pains and just going out and getting it and doing your thing, he's definitely doing all of that while growing up being a Black man in America today, which we know, y'all, is hard AF. So definitely tune in, listen to the music. We don't know who's gonna make it out here. We don't know who's next, but at the end of the day, he's a dope artist, dope flow, dope soul. Get into that. So yeah, about that. The meat and potatoes, or as we like to say, the T-tip and the love check combined into Smack Daddy-O. Okay, don't be scared to love yourself out loud. I feel like a lot of the times when we try to work on things in terms of like just doing self-love or recovering from relationships, you try to take this weird pause of like, I don't know when I'm gonna post that I'm having fun. I don't know when I'm just gonna start being normal and being able to do things that I always wanted to do by myself. And I think that when it comes down to it and you're trying to really get over something and process, you're trying to like understand each other's feelings and understand like your friend, like even when friendships are over, it's like you try to be like, okay, so what do we do now? Like, do I go out with this group of people? Do I not go out with this group of people? Like, you're trying to think for everybody, which we've said all these different videos not to do. Thinking for everybody, honestly, it just makes you always have to worry about like what everybody's doing, and it literally can give you anxiety and then slip you right into depression, you know? So don't be scared to love yourself out loud. Like, if you're gonna go to a spa, go to a spa. if you're fully over your situation, or even if you're not and you just want to go do different things with different people, don't be scared to show the world that you're taking care of yourself, or to keep it in. You don't have to. You don't have to show anybody anything. You know, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody either. Like, it's 2021 at this point. We don't got to say nothing to nobody, like, to be honest. But, like, definitely, like, don't make it seem as if, like, you don't have. If you want to go ahead and book yourself a hotel for 2 days with a new mysterious Mr. Man, and just do that, and you want to post it, post it. Hey, it doesn't mean it's your man, you know, or it doesn't mean it's you're with a different group of friends. You want to go somewhere with a group of friends and nobody really knows where you're going. Like, there's no sneaky links in 2021. We're grown, okay? You don't have to sneak to do anything. You don't have to hide that you're enjoying your own company. You don't have to hide that you're enjoying someone else's company. I feel like at the end of the day, if you truthfully want to understand your situation more, or just like you feel like you're ready to kind of let go, it's like, how long are you going to let past relationships, you know, relationships meaning friendships, relationships meaning ex relationships, relationships in family, like how long are you going to let those situations kind of determine your whole entire life or your next steps? You know, it's kind of like everybody says like, oh wow, like you've been single now for like a month and a half, why haven't you posted anybody, why haven't you done anything? And it's just like, why do I have to? You know, just because I didn't doesn't mean that I'm not. But just because I didn't doesn't mean that I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people always looking for some type of explanation for what you're doing. You don't got to explain yourself to nobody. You can love yourself inside, or you can love yourself out loud. It doesn't matter how you're going to, as long as you're just loving yourself. You know, and I think that's the T tip for this week, the idea that you can love yourself out loud. Don't be scared, because now it's like we're sparing each other's feelings. Because if you really think about it and you really take out like what it is, it's like if somebody broke up with you, or your friendship is over, you don't want to be friends with them anymore. Like, they said they don't want to be your friend anymore. At that point, what are you about to do? You can't post other friends. Like, it's also, you got to think about from the other friend's perspective, or the new man or the new female's perspective. It's like, damn, like this last person you were with got all of these different things, and I can't even get a fucking I can't even get like a post. I can't get a close friends post. I can't get a nothing, you know? So it's kind of like, if you continue to drag on your situation, because it's like, oh, well, I'm not doing this because I don't want to hurt this group of friends, or I don't want to hurt this girl, I don't want to hurt that guy. And it's like, you're making decisions based on past situations, and you're just carrying them with you. It's like Erykah Badu's bag lady. Like, all these bags you're just carrying. You're just carrying it and carrying it because you want to spare somebody's feelings. But it's like, at the end of the day, they didn't spare your feelings. In fact, the relationship is over. The friendship is over because they ended it. So I just feel like, you know, like, not to be petty. You don't got to be petty and be out here just doing things to do them, because of course, at the end of the day, that person probably is not over it, and you're not over it either. So you don't need to be all up in everybody's face as if you are having the time of your life, when on the inside, deep down, you are hurting. You know, and I feel like that's another thing that's another thing that people do too. It's like, when you're trying to get over something, you try and do so many different other things, and like to kind of do with your time, and it doesn't always help, because it's like you're not actually coping with your situation. You know, instead of jumping right into, you get out of one thing, you jump into the next. Not to say that it's a problem. I could never do it. It's not me. But there are people who can. You know, there was a tweet that was I want to say maybe a month and some change ago, that literally was like, I was in a relationship for 7 years and it was bad or whatever, and then after 4 days I found the person that I'm with, and I've been with them for 30 years. And it's like, hey, if that works out for you, by all means. Like, I'm not gonna cut off anybody's blessings, you know, but definitely, like, understand that you need to take time for yourself. If you need to take that time, you definitely should take that time and understand, like, oh, okay, I need to figure out like what I'm doing. I need to kind of resurface my plans, which somebody can either help you with, and you can either let in another group of friends or let in another relationship with hopes that that comes into fruition. And like, okay, listen, like, I left one and I just kind of got with the other, but this one is right, you know? And if you feel that way, hey, I'm not stopping nobody's blessings. Like, do your thing, okay? But don't be scared to like do your thing, because you're trying to spare everyone else's feelings and spare what everybody else is doing, you know? Like, book that hotel, baby girl, okay? I know I might do that for my birthday. Book a hotel for 2 days and give me like a spa, and I don't really need nobody all up in my face. I think I might just do it for me. I don't know if I'll have anybody to by then, but it's just the idea of like, you know, doing something for me. You know, and if I choose to post about it and say something about it, I will. If I don't, I don't. But doesn't mean it's not happening. you know? So definitely, like, don't be scared to love yourself out loud, especially since other people probably are. And just like I said, I'm not the person to do it, but your other friends are probably posting things and all this other stuff, you know? Like, so don't even like sweat it. Like, do your thing. Make sure that you continuously are growing with whatever it is that you're doing, whether that be in a new relationship with new friends or taking care of yourself. Don't be scared to love yourself out loud. Don't be scared to love the next person out loud. Don't be scared to love. Because at the end of the day, I know people who are like, you know what, I'm never posting another person again. I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to. And it's like all premeditated. And honestly, I think I've even said that too, where I'm just like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to do that. You know, but it's like, why? The next person doesn't deserve that. You know, and if you feel that you're at a spot where you can't really do whatever, you know, maybe you shouldn't be, you know, going out there to do anything anyway, because nobody deserves to get half of you or a percentage of you that, you know, is not your best. You know, so if you're best, if you want to post somebody and you want to show that you're doing stuff, you do that. Okay? You don't need confirmation from nobody. And as I said in other videos before, the idea of like just understanding what it is that you want to do and what you come with. Like, you post when you're smoking with your friends. You post when you're at a party. You're going to post your wedding. So if you want to post you having fun and doing you because you outside, be outside. Okay? People be really trying to like be scared to be outside and just love themselves out loud. It doesn't necessarily mean people are over it. Like, don't be confused now. Okay, ladies and gents, do not be confused. Just because somebody is outside does not mean they are right in the head. Does not mean they are healed. It does not mean they are ready for whatever they might be doing. But it just lets them know that, you know what, I'm outside now. You know, it is what it is. No bad blood, no hard feelings, but I'm outside. And I think that at the end of the day, even with relationships and friendships, you got to understand that at some point, there is going to be another person. At some point, there is going to be another group of friends. At some point, you're going to be in a different place, you know? So have hope. Like I said, to check that bitch hope in the last video. Hope can spring up sometimes and be like, oh, well, maybe there's this. And if he didn't post anything, then maybe there's still a chance. And if she didn't post anything, then maybe there's still a chance. And if I wasn't invited, but maybe I could. No, honey, you can watch the invite-only videos that I have on here. You can watch the other videos and see the consistency that comes with it. It's like, at the end of the day, if they wanted to, they will. So if they aren't, they don't want to. That's it. It's the sad, harsh, ugly truth. You can be in a relationship for 3 years and want to be and get the rose petal hotel candlelight treatment, and you never fucking get it. And the second that he gets a new girl or she gets a new guy, that is the first thing that they do. Hotel, you know, you got the candle lit, you taking all the dates that you wanted to go on. Come on now. It just means they just didn't want to do it with you. And of course, like, it's easy to say, like, when you're talking about it from the other end, but it's the truth. It's like, you kind of sort of got to accept that. It's like, dang, I wasn't good enough for that. But, you know, girl, it don't even mean that you're not good enough. And I know there's some guy, you know, because I be here for my fellas too at the end of the day. I know my fellas be getting their heart broken the same amount of times that women do. And I'm sorry, but I see when people be slandering on Twitter black men and slandering men, all this other stuff like that. I could never, because I love me some black men. I love my men. I do. And they be just as heartbroken too. You know, check in on y'all friends. That's another thing. Check in on y'all friends, y'all single friends, because it's been a rough, and this is coming from me. It's been a rough set. Okay? Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's Day is coming up. On Valentine's Day, nobody even hit me up because I'm going to be out. Like, I got to figure out something to do for Valentine's Day to keep me occupied, because no. But these last few holidays were like heavy. Their relationship heavy. All your single friends who aren't doing anything, or like, you know, whatever the case may be, maybe just got out of relationships, or, you know, lost friends, whatever the case may be, it's been a rough set. It's going to still be rough this next few month up until February, when you get a quick break. Like, from November to February, shout outs to all the boyfriends, because I know that y'all be going bankrupt. Hopefully y'all don't be going bankrupt, but like, I know y'all be spending a pretty penny if y'all got a girlfriend. You know, I mean, if she got you the PS5, you know, do your thing. But like, even then, like, those are tough set of holidays and events. Like, check in on them. And honestly, shout outs to, if y'all single in this time period, shout outs to y'all, because I can only understand you. Like, I can relate. Okay, we are here. It is a lot. It is tough. And I think that the pressure is applied when you're in a relationship. And I feel like I apply pressure to whatever I want, to whatever I do. That's just me. Okay? Like, applying pressure to situations is like, whoa, like, okay, you see this relationship is serious, or you see this relationship is not, or whatever. Like, whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna always apply pressure, honey. Like I said, because I'm some pressure. Okay, you some pressure too. But yeah, so like, you got to understand that people are gonna go through whatever they're gonna go through. That's pretty much it. As long as you're growing throughout the whole thing, make sure that you are. And if you are single in this time period, I'm telling you, I feel for you, sis. I feel for you, bro. Like, I'm here. DM me, FaceTime me, text me, like, with whatever, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it has been rough. You honestly start to think like, do you miss the relationship, or do you just miss being wanted? Do you miss that feeling that it comes with? You know, you got to be okay with just being alone. And it's kind of hard when the society preaches relationships. And I didn't believe this at first. And I'm going to be honest, it took me some time to kind of catch on to this. But society really does breed relationships. And it's so hard. I think you see it more so when you're not in one, or you see it more so when you're unhappy. It's like, damn, like, I can't mess up. Damn, I can't. You know, like, I can't, this is how a relationship is supposed to be, because based off society, this is what that is. But I'm here to tell you that what one person can take, another person can't. Like I said in 2 videos ago, season 3, episode 1, you literally can take something. Like, just because you can take it in your relationship doesn't mean someone else can. And just because they can doesn't mean that you can't. It's like, it's different. Everybody's different. Every relationship is different. Every friendship is different. Like, there's girls who can physically fight each other, and when it's all said and done, still be friends. Guys do it all the time. Guy fights, whoa, I don't even like to be near them, because those things are rough. But guys can physically fight all the time, and then they're friends a week later, a month later, or 2 days later, same day. Just be like, all right, we good. Give you 30 seconds. You know, so what, that might work for somebody. Some girls can be in relationships that to some other people might not be healthy, but they can get through it. I've seen people have full-blown babies on people, and they're still together. You can come back from anything. And I feel like if anybody tells you that they can't come back from something, it's because they don't want to. Because in all honesty, I feel like if you are an individual who wants to work towards change and wants to grow with a person, whether that be in your friendship or relationship, you can always come back. The only way you can is if you give up. So definitely love yourself out loud. Do for you, because I'm telling you, they doing for them. Okay? This tip on self-love is to not even really worry about what everybody else is doing anyway. If you're focusing on yourself and doing what's for you, make sure that you're doing it. So post your new mans if you got a new mans. Post your new girl if you got a new girl. If you're outside, post that you outside. You don't got to be sad and scared, or like be so happy, but you're like, you know, I know everybody is expecting me to be this way, or everybody's expecting me to be that way. You're going to drive yourself insane, bonkers, okay? This whole self-love portion, I think this season, like I said, is just always going to be about how we can improve as individuals in recovery for ourselves. Okay? Like I said, for me, I'm fresh out. I have no desire to entertain anybody. I have no desire to be physical with anyone. You know, I think that I can actively date when I get to that point, but right now is not the time for me. That's not me. You know, if it's you, power to you. Okay, if you text your ex on New Year's, power to you, because honestly, it's not everything ends badly. That was another thing that people were thinking about too. Some people had asked me like, oh yeah, like, do you block people after? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not really big on blocking unless there was something that really went wrong, or if in my new relationship that I'm in, they don't feel comfortable with the friendship or the past relations that we've had, I'll definitely consider it. But I feel like when it comes down to it, if nothing is wrong, you don't really need to block people. If you have it in you though, girl, and you about that life, block. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, only thing that's gonna happen is like you're gonna constantly think and wonder and worry and just be like, okay, like, are they, like, you're just gonna be so worried about like everything and tempted, because in the beginning stages when you're just into recovery mode, the only thing on your mind is like, what could you have done differently, and what went wrong, and can you fix it, and can you come back, and can, like, the hope factor. And I'm gonna be honest, I think that 2% hope lies with everybody. I don't think anybody is just super duper duper hopeful after a certain amount of time. Like, the hope definitely does recline. And it's like, all right, the more days you go without, it's kind of like, okay, cool. You know, like, you got to be able to keep going. At a certain point, you will become delusional if you wait so many times just being hopeful. And that's why I said check hope sometimes, because hope will be the reason that'll have you not doing what you want to do. That'll have you in anxiety and depressed, you know? So definitely, like, do for you, and make sure that you're always, if you don't do anything out of spite, don't do anything out of revenge or anything like that. Just be you because you want to be you. If you want to go on a trip, on a new date with somebody else because you just want to test the waters, do that because it's what you want to do. You know, I'm not saying waste nobody's time now, But if you know that you're genuinely interested in somebody and they've been giving you some pretty good vibes, and the only thing that's keeping you from doing that is the idea of your past relations or your past friendships. It's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to go on that trip because of this friendship, or I don't know if I'm going to go on this date just yet because I don't think I'm ready. If you don't think you're ready, definitely take your time. I'm not going to rush anybody out of the nest to go and do something they don't want to do, because that just makes you have repeated behaviors. Part of the reason why I am doing my sex cleanse is because I do not want to believe that it's one thing when it's not. I personally think that for me, those things, the intimacy and the idea of the energy that's being transpired and stuff like that, like, I want that to be magical every time. Magical as fuck every fucking time. Okay, I don't want it to just be like, I'm just doing this to do this. I know that there are women and there are men who can. I am not one of them. So I feel like instead of trying to rush that aspect of things, what's wrong with going on a date? Take me on a date, you pick me up and you drop me off. We don't have to worry about like the whole like, so where we going? Like, no, pick me up, drop me off, and let's just try to get to know each other and really vibe out. You know, we could FaceTime and talk about different things. We can go on different dates, go to the movies, whatever it is, definitely. But like, I don't want to rush myself, and you shouldn't rush yourself either. So I will not sit here and rush y'all when I am not rushing myself. I just want to make sure that if it is something that you want to do, that you want to do. Okay? Like, definitely make sure that you're not carrying those bags with you every single time, because of course the world is going to be looking at you like, where is that last person? Where is, you know? But if you continue to hide your new person, you're going to be hiding them for a while. You know, you just kind of got to do it, which sucks, you know, because of course at the end of the day, you have to be expecting and ready. But if you are not, again, if they left you, or this situation, it didn't go the way that it was supposed to, you got to be prepared for when that picture drops, baby. You got to be prepared. You got to prepare yourself, okay? Because it's going to happen. Nobody just stays just miserable or just in their sad, sulking vibe forever, you know? So definitely, like, make sure you love yourself out loud before anybody else. Don't be worried about what everybody else is doing, because everybody else is doing them while you're worried about what they're doing, okay? Do you, boo? So yeah, about that. The tea we are drinking today out of my Capricorn cup, because shout out to all the Capricorns, because my birthday is in 5 days. I think it'll be 5 days by the time you guys see this. But my birthday is coming up. Okay, I'm gonna be Miss 25. Hopefully y'all enjoy some of the pictures and things that I'm gonna post. If y'all are my close friends, y'all will get the exclusive look. But if not, y'all will still get a little taste tester of what the exclusive look is. But definitely 25 years is amazing. Shout out to all the Capricorns. The tea we are drinking is still my tea. Okay, this is the green gunpowder tea, which I think I'm gonna actually change to Long Island gunpowder. I don't know. Some of the Q&A questions that you guys asked me, make sure you guys are following me at soyaabouthat. You guys can also email me at soyaabouthatwani@gmail.com. Or if you guys are following, make sure you're following Wani_Williams, and on Twitter is Williams Wani. Williams Wani basically on everything. Some of the questions you guys submitted me this week was kind of like about my crystals. Yes, I do wear a crystal on my neck. I do try to change it out every now and then. I think this one has been in for about a month and a half. I'm not gonna lie. This is a blue cow, which was a gift. I try to change it out every now and then, like I said before, but this one has been doing its job indeed, just in keeping me grounded and making sure that if nobody's around or nobody's, you know, there to help me, I can still be okay and make myself through different situations. I do have many crystals. I like to consider myself the spiritual gangster. Not really, but definitely I love to collect crystals and have different purposes with them. I try to wear a crystal every day with different purposes. I do cleanse them. That is something that I do like and I'm into. The best gift I think I've ever gotten might have been this crystal itself. So I love crystals. Yes. I got this from A Time for Karma. This was gotten from A Time for Karma, if I'm not mistaken. But there's also another medical physical store in in Garden City, which is a Black-owned one, Sweet Fred. How did I do New Year's on a sex cleanse? And I think that, in all honesty, like I said, it comes down to you wanting to do that type of act. It is an intimate act. It's up to you. I did not do anything with anybody. Yes, there was that little tweet that was like, pay $100 if you ain't. I need 100. Honestly, I really do hope that I keep this up. Again, it's no religion or spiritual like reason in that sense. It's literally just like, I'm doing this for me. So I did that because I knew my values and what I wanted, you know. So I definitely am, like I said, I'm not out here entertaining anybody to have anybody to even do those things with, and I'm not gonna just willy-nilly with anybody. So you know, and I'm not working on anything to have that in place either way. So it was easy in that sense. Of course, like that's what everybody's doing and that's what's going on, but in all honesty, it was what it was. Like, I'm all right. And one of the last few questions I guess I'll address today is somebody had asked me, do I still have hope? And I think that I will always have hope. I think, like I said before earlier in the video, 2% hope is substantial, but after a certain time you become this delusional girl. You know, so definitely there's hope, but I don't want to give anybody hope in that sense of whatever it is that's going on. I don't want to put that out there into the universe. I'm going to let the universe give me whatever they feel I deserve because I'm working towards that, you know? So, yes, of course there's 2% hope, I guess, short answer. So that is all the questions we have today. I guess I kind of strayed away from my original plan. So next video, I'll definitely talk about my little NACA home ownership road process with hopes that in 2021, it will bring me home ownership. Again, Happy New Year's to everybody and happy cleanse healing to everybody. As always, I really do love and appreciate all the support that you guys all constantly give me and the energy that every single time that I have a video, you guys always say you can feel my energy through the video. And I think that is so dope because I've worked on that. And I saw that as a tweet too. There was, oh my God, compliments when they say like, I love your energy. Because honestly, no, I have worked so hard to get to where I am. And I feel like, you know, I definitely want to always make sure that I have good energy and a dope vibe. And the fact that you guys always receive it through my like videos, if I could just pop out and give all y'all like virtual hugs, just because honestly, y'all are just as dope as y'all seem. Like, oh my God. And I'm so happy that you guys love what I put out there. I know somebody had told me before that, you know what, whatever I do, people are going to love because people love me. You know, and I honestly feel that love. I feel like whatever I do, whatever I touch, it always winds up being so dope and so great because I honestly go into things with that good, you know, good intentions so that I get good things. So I'm really happy that this is always growing. Like, honestly, that might be my favorite word, guys, but it's literally growing and I love the direction that it's going in. I love how we started on Juneteenth and we are literally making change just as our ancestors did. So I really do appreciate all the energy that is always given back to me. Okay, I got my crystals out here sucking it all in, and I really do appreciate when I create content for y'all and create things for y'all and y'all love it. Y'all give me feedback. If you want to be on the exclusive list that gets the unlisted link, let me know because there's definitely some people who I love to get the critique and love to hear their views on. So definitely next video, we will be talking about that home ownership. I hope I remember to because I don't really write stuff down. I'm really like a free, you know, if it comes to me, it comes to me. So next video, we will be talking about home ownership and that NACA process for me and all the things that 2021 has in store while addressing other things as always, keeping it real, keeping it fresh. So yeah, about that, love y'all.